I think, well, no, the first time when I felt like worried or scared about going into a gym is when I was just coming over anorexia. Like walking into the gym for like the first time, I always felt like just people were looking at me, and like naturally, obviously I was a bit of a smaller build. So like in comparison to other people that were lifting like some big weights and stuff, it just made me feel, I guess, uncomfortable or a bit on edge, being like, oh, do I belong in this environment, or like, am I worthy to be in this environment? But like for me, it very much was the case of being like, well, it's either I do what I like. Obviously, I wanted to be there. I made myself go, which was a hard part of the process. But I also wanted to change. But at the same time, was fearful about not being able to achieve that change, if that makes sense, because I'd known that for so long, like being anorexic, being so daunted by the concept of just eating food, let alone training, that even just the sheer thought of mixing in that environment was a little bit like, oh God, scary, but because it was change. And as humans, we hate change. But it was a necessary change. And it was either that or I was going to not be here for much longer. So, yeah.
How did you overcome that?
Small steps. Like, you know, I did some research on YouTube and stuff like that, watching some people train, talk about nutrition, talk about health and stuff like that. But mainly it was just getting to know people in and around the gym as well, learning from them, watching other people do some bits and pieces, like trying it, learning from it. If it didn't feel right, changing what I was doing. Same thing with food, like talking to other people about like, okay, how do you structure your meals? How do you, what do you eat for breakfast? What do you eat for lunch? What do you eat for dinner? What do you have for snacks? Do you supplement, etc.? And then obviously based on their lifestyle, what they do, and then obviously what I was doing at the time, I had quite a bit of time to be able to train at that point in my life. Taking my own spin on it and seeing if it works, and if it didn't work, changing. That's kind of like how it kind of went. But like, no, 100%. When I first walked into that kind of environment, scary, very scary. Now, I mean, it's like 11 years ago now. Like, do you know what I mean? 11 years on, love it.